All right, welcome back. Max Tornow here, and in this video we'll be speaking about why info products don't work. So if you are thinking about or already doing online coaching, online service providing, and you're thinking about creating an info product that you can then sell, don't do it, stay away from that. We're gonna reveal the details in a second, but also if you think about learning how to build a business for yourself from an info product, stay away from that, do not waste your money on that. Details follow. If you like money, if you like freedom, and if you wanna do it properly and actually get results, this video is for you. Let's get started.
Have you ever wondered whether there's more to life than a boring dead-end 9-to-5 job? Have you ever dreamed about breaking free, traveling the world, making good money, and just enjoying life? No more office dress code, no morning commute, no boss. This channel is for you, so here's to your freedom.
So first of all, I want to talk about how info products work, all right? What is an info product, right? So basically you buy an info product for a couple $100 and then you get a video course. It's all automated, right? Now the great thing is, what people think is, okay, if I create an info product as a business owner, I just create the video course and then I sell it and then I get, passive income for that. Passive income, so great. But the problem is nobody gets results from those info products, which means the highest value that you'll get out of a client, the retention value, is not there because barely anybody gets any results from info products, okay? So what happens with info products? What's the premise of info products? Well, they're usually something like that. Watch the videos, all right? Here's all the videos, right? Everything you need to know for these videos type of stuff. So this whole premise of, all the information you could ever need is very, very flawed because it's not only about information. It's about something very, very fundamental, and that is execution. Okay, you can literally write the following thing down. If it was about information, everybody would get results. Every person watching the free YouTube videos would get results because all the information is out there. You can build an atomic bomb just from the information on the internet. Everything you could ever learn about business is on the internet. But it's not about information, it's about execution of that information, right? So watch all the videos in the info products. What happens is you have all the information, but way, way worse, you have too much information. And really try to follow me with this here, because I'm going to show you what exactly I mean with that. Too much information means you're gonna get stuck with too much information. Why is that? Well, for two reasons. Number one, there's the one approach of saying, okay, I have the info product now, there's all the videos here, and I'm gonna just go watch all the videos first. The first I'm just gonna watch all the videos to get an overview, right? To get an overview, to just kind of understand what this is about, etc., right? And then what happens is, the other excuse is, oh, I can't execute from video 1, video 2, video 3 right now because insert random excuse. All right, so you get too much information and, let's say you watch video 1, all right, let's make it Arabic number 1. Let's say you have video 1 here and you say, oh, and maybe there's even, a call to action. There's even a call to action in the info product saying, now that you've watched video 1, now go ahead and do the thing, right? You might be prompted as the person who watches the info product to actually execute, but who makes sure that you actually do that? Right? Because again, the one excuse could be, I want to get an overview, right? Overview and watch everything first. Watch everything first. Right? That's a very bad excuse. Or second excuse is, I can't do it right now. Can't do it right now because I'm watching this on my phone, because, I want to go to bed in 5 minutes. I'm already in my bed. I'm watching this in my underwear, something like that, right? Whatever the hell, the random excuses, I can't watch it right now. So what do you do now? You go ahead and you watch video 2 plus the call to action, right? And now you have the same 2 excuses, and you watch video 3 and you watch video 4, or you start nicely, when you're sitting down on a weekend, on a Saturday afternoon, you have nothing else planned, and you watch the first 5 videos of the nice little info product, and you actually do execute. Some point down the line, you're a little too busy, you're not feeling like it, you're commuting somewhere, you'll do it next weekend, and you'll start watching more and more videos and executing less and less and less. That is what happens when you do info products. And the end result of that is, you end up watching all the videos, but you don't properly execute. But thank God you have all the information out there. Thank God you have all the things that you need to do just right there in the wonderful little info product. But at the end of the day, it's a waste of your time, it's a waste of your energy, it's a waste of your money because you never get to actually execute anything, right? And by the way, this whole same premise also counts for YouTube videos and books. I can't even spell books anymore, etc., right? Now, I'm aware that this is a YouTube video literally for you right now, and the crazy thing is how many people are actually going to learn from this YouTube video? Out of the couple thousand people that are going to watch this YouTube video, how many are going to execute, actually going to make their dream come true, actually going to make some money? A fraction. I would say, just out of my own experience, also from my first dating advice business, I would say around 0.1% of the people that watch actually execute. None of those who actually execute, 0.1% maybe actually end up executing consistently, and a very tiny fraction of those people end up actually getting results. Why? Why is that? By the way, all this is wrong. All this is bad. Stay away from it. Both in terms of consuming it as well as in terms of offering info products. Stay away from that. Let me tell you though, big advantage, how it actually works, right? Compare the info products up here, all right? We're gonna make a nice little headline here, info products, right? Compare these info products with proper mentoring, all right? Let's compare that with mentoring. What happens with mentoring in step 1? Does a good mentor program, or even just a one-on-one mentor, say, here's a bunch of all the videos that you need to know from lesson 1 to 50, now leave me the hell alone? Or does a mentor say, here's some information? By all means, not all information. By all means, not 50% of the information, but literally just the information that you need right now, all right? Some info you need right now, all right? That's all you need right now to get started. Here's some info. But, okay, thank you very much, mentor, but I want to watch ahead. I want to get an overview. No. Execute first, right? You're talking to a real person here. The real person knows your situation. The real person, the mentor, knows your goals. They know where you want to go. And when you say, I want to watch ahead, but what am I going to do later? And what am I going to do if problem X arises? No, execute this first. Because ideally, the mentor has been there before. He has helped people to get there before. He knows the pitfalls. And that mentor says, do this right now. Here's some information, just enough for you to get started. All right? Let's say, for example, you have that excuse right now from up here. Can't do it right now, right? Can't execute. And by the way, I have horrible handwriting. Thank God I'm blessed with being able to speak into a camera. Otherwise, this would have been very, very bad. Can't do it right now. But instead of having a dead info product that just sits there, watch the next video, you have a real person, right? And that real person says, oh, you can't execute right now? What does that mentor do? Destroys the excuse. Oh yeah, you can. Why can't you do that? Oh, because of blah, 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 because of blah, blah, blah. Mentor keeps you accountable. Mentor actually makes sure you execute. All right? Now, from there, you kind of already see a pattern here. Instead of getting stuck in terms of can't do it right now, and you watch the next video, and you watch the next video, you're in this like vicious circle. You're in this vicious circle of watching the first video, you can't do it right now, watching the next video because of that. Now you can't do that video right now, so you get stuck with the next one, you watch the next one. It's literally like a downward spiral, it goes down. Instead of doing that, you get a little bit of info to start, right? You get a little bit of info right now to start. You think you get stuck here, but the mentor destroys your excuse. Now you can go ahead to the next one. And what happens now? You say, okay, I'll do it. Okay, I'll do it, and you actually, the wonderful magic word, you actually goddamn execute. Because the knowledge is not going to get you anywhere. How many people do I get on free consulting calls almost every day? They know so much about business, and they've read so many books, and then, what about this method? What about that method? Hell, they've read more business books than I did, but they haven't executed a single bit about that, and they make literally zero money. At the end of the day, life is about acquiring enough wealth so you're free. Not about acquiring enough information so your other idiot friends think you're cool. right? It's not about gathering enough information so people in the comment section can learn from you and they see how cool you are, or people in a forum see, wow, this guy knows so much. No, life isn't about impressing others. It's about getting enough money so you can buy yourself freedom, so you can travel the world, so you can invite your parents to go on vacation with you, so you can go on vacation with your spouse, so you can watch your children grow up and not be stuck in a 9-to-5 job. So you have enough time to live a healthy lifestyle, to work on your body, to learn new things, to do cool things. That is what life is about. And there's only one thing that gets you there. Execution, not information. And by the way, on a side note, a great way that helps you execute, that helps you at least to be inspired by execution is if you follow me on Instagram. All right, I'm going to show my Instagram account right now. Why is that important? Because I do daily value nuggets on there, daily reminders of how important execution is. I drop some knowledge on there. I do Q&As there. I do live streams there where you can get in touch with me personally and so on and so forth. Check out my Instagram account. Highly recommend you give a follow on that. It's for free. The other Instagram account, by the way, that I can highly recommend as well is the Freedom Business Mentoring Instagram account. It's a smaller account. On there we share most inspiring stories from our existing clients, so you can really see that it is possible to reach success even if you have zero prior knowledge. And most importantly, also I reply personally to the DMs on that Freedom Business Mentoring account. I can do that because it's a smaller account, only has a couple thousand followers right now. If you want me to personally answer to anything, follow obviously both Instagram accounts, but send me a DM on the Freedom Business Mentoring Instagram account because I can help you, right? I can help you get started. All right, let's continue here. So let's say you're executing, okay? You execute, what is naturally gonna be the next thing? When you execute, you get a little bit of results, but you'll also get to the next problem, right? Higher quality problem, of course, but you're gonna get to the next problem. Now, what do you do with the next problem? Now the mentor comes in and says, okay, now you're ready for more info, right? So you're gonna get back to the info, okay? Here's the info for you to fix that problem, right? And then you say maybe again some other excuse like, oh, but I wanna watch ahead or blah, blah, blah. What about this? No, here's the info that you need for you in order to fix that problem, right? To get from problem to the problem fixed, all right? So now you're gonna fix that problem. And what does that mean now? Well, you're now able to execute even more. So you're back at execution mode, right? And funny enough, you might have watched only, 2-3 times, 2-3 videos whatsoever, but you've executed every single one, as opposed to this guy who's watched 6 videos and has all the information but hasn't gotten anything done, hasn't gotten closer to their goals. So now you execute more. And yeah, so now we're in an upward spiral, right? It's wonderful. Now you get the next problem, right? Now you get again more info. Also, on the side note, you might even get some more feedback, right? Which leads again to the fix. What happens after the fix? You execute more and so on and so forth. And that repeats itself a little bit until you see results. That's all that counts, right? In terms of business, you see money. Money is the goddamn result, okay? I don't care if you feel good about yourself because a couple people said, with your free videos, you've helped me. That's wonderful. That is beautiful. And I highly recommend you helping people. But at the same time, you also need to generate income from that, okay? How many people message me every day with 500,000 followers on YouTube, Instagram, hundreds of thousands of followers, with no money at all? They got a bunch of fanboys, and that's great, and it's cool if you inspire people, but at the end of the day, you can't help anybody if you don't have a roof over your head. If you're stuck in a 9-to-5 job, how much more can you help people if you're getting paid for that, right? It's great to give advice away for free, but if you give your advice away for free, you now have to work. Right? You have to work and somehow get the income in there. And if you're stuck working to get enough income, you're not honing your craft, which means your advice can never be as good as someone who gets paid for that advice. Right? At the end of the day, money is oxygen for your business. And your business allows you to be free, to have a nice lifestyle, to share it with others. And it obviously also allows you to give more value back to your existing clients. You gotta understand that. All right, slowly but steadily, you'll be working on getting closer to your goals, getting more and more results because you actually execute, and not because you're stuck watching some random info product videos. So again, to summarize, don't sell info products. You can do that later on when you fully know your target audience already. You can do that as you're automating, but as you're doing that, you always need to keep your clients accountable. Okay, obviously, stuff like scaling up from $10,000 a month to $100,000 a month. This is stuff that we help people with in our Freedom Business Mentoring program. Sometimes we help them get there from absolutely zero. And there are certain things that you can do to scale that up. and turn it into something that for you as a business owner is as passive income as the info products, but at the same time, it still ensures that your clients actually continue to get results and be held accountable. And also, if you're someone on the consumer side thinking about, oh, I want to become better at business, I want to build a business myself, you'll never or very, very rarely be able to do that by reading a book or watching free YouTube videos or by investing a couple $100 in some schmuck info products. The real results can be held accountable, all right, via actually getting a mentor that works with you in person, online, and by in person, I mean in person, online, or offline, both is possible. All right, you can only get there the fastest possible way if you're understanding of how bad info products actually are. So when you say you're ready to get started, I got something really cool for you, and that is you can literally jump on a free consultation call, either with me personally or with an expert from my team. On that free consulting call, we'll basically be looking at your situation, all right? We'll be looking at what type of info you need. Okay, we'll be looking at your excuses, at your current situation. We'll help you overcome that, and on that call, we'll help you execute the right things. All right, we'll help you get started entirely for free. All you have to do is click that link in the description down below. That link brings you to a page. Read what's on that page, and then at the bottom of that page, there's an application. Fill out the application, then you can book the exact date and time where you want us to call you. So if you want to become successful as an online coach, as an online service provider, this call is for you. If you already have a skill, you want to learn how to monetize it, book a call with us. You're already making money, you want to scale it properly, you want to make more, you want to do it more consistently, scale up from 10K a month to 100K a month, or from 100K a month to 500K a month, and so on and so forth. This call is for you as well. But also, if you just like the idea of being free as an online coach, but you don't know what you could teach, you think you don't have any skills, give us a call on the list, okay? Because we can analyze your strengths. We know the market. We know what model fits best for your current situation, all right? Again, link down in the description below, or link appears somewhere here right now. If the link still works, it means we have spots open. Usually these links fill up pretty fast nowadays. So I really highly recommend you taking action now, because remember, it's not about information, it's about execution. Don't fall into the mindset of like, oh, let me watch more videos. Let me try to find that one magical free video that will give you the magic piece of information, because it ain't gonna help. You need someone to make sure that you execute. You need someone who helps you overcome the problems. You need someone to give you feedback so you can fix those problems, all right? That's why we've started implementing these calls. So take action. Thank you very much for watching this video. Maybe talk to you very, very soon, and GG.